Hey guys, Mike coming back with a long overdue mail day. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, a lot of this is gifts from Sean Teaford and an item I bought from him. And a few other things. It's been a little slow here lately. I've been trying to find things to finish off the bench collection for the 1968 through 2018. And found a few nice things, but the bulk of this is going to be from a fantastic gift from my buddy Sean Teaford. Great guy. He's been recently selling in his Greenberg collection, and a few things he's just sent my way just because he thought he'd like to see them in my collection. And Sean, I thank you so much for that. I hope you enjoyed the gift I sent you. Long overdue. You've been so generous here with all this Hank stuff, and I really appreciate it. I really love the stuff. Um, this one is, I'm not too familiar with these. These are called um, ICN photos. This one is from February of 42. I've seen them on eBay. I've heard there's some that are reprints. So I've always been a little hesitant to buy them. This one sure looks authentic. This was a photo of Hank with DiMaggio and Mel Ott. Hank was given an award for distinguished service. He just finished his first year in the service before Pearl Harbor. And then there's one of DiMaggio for being outstanding player of the year. And then Mel Ott for the new manager of the Giants with award for service to baseball over a period of years. And just very cool picture. I know they were this big. They're very nice. And he sent me a Type 3 photo of Hank from the 1942 World Series, hitting a home run and crossing the plate. Now, this is a wire photo. It's a Type 3 because there's the original photographs, and then they would use the original photograph to make a wire photo, which this was just sent out over the faxes and stuff, and it would be quicker to do. The papers would have the original photos that they would use to print the photos in the newspapers and such, but these they could transmit over the wire. And it's not as high quality a photo, but it is from the original negatives. And this way they could get these photos out quickly. I think that's correct. But anyway, this is a PSA DNA Type 3 from a home run Hank hit in the 1945 World Series. I love it. I love all those photos related to him. Just because there's no video hardly at all of those old World Series from the 30s and 40s. And these are moments in time that people don't see much unless you really look for the videos and stuff and can find something. Thank you for that, Hank, Sean. Here's a photo. I believe this is Hank and Mickey Mantle, if I remember correctly. I've seen it before. It's not a period photo, I don't think. This is probably a copy, but it's unusual. I think it says on the note, or at least I've seen it online, that it's from like 1953 or 55. So it's kind of a neat photo showing Hank talking with Mickey Mantle. Now, I assume that's Mickey Mantle. I'm not a Mantle expert, but that's what I've seen it online as when I've seen the photo before. But it is very cool to see Hank sitting there talking to him. Now, Hank retired after the 47 season, so he'd been retired for a few years when this photo was taken. Probably at an old timers game or something like that, I would think. So I don't know, but it is cool. I've thought about buying it many a time, and I never have. And here comes Sean just giving it to me. So thank you, Sean. This is a nice actual photo. I remember this one too from a few years ago being on eBay, and Sean got it, obviously. It's listed as a spring training photo for 1946. Now, the Tigers had won 45 World Series, and this one supposedly has Hank getting ready to cross the plate for after hitting a home run, and it's just too far away to make sure of it. I know that yeah, I remember this, and it's got Greenberg homers on the back. That was the note that the person who took the photo put on it, and obviously it has to be a spring training game or exhibition game because they're obviously in a small stadium. But that's really cool, Sean. I love that. That's very cool. Thank you so much. This is a neat piece. This is from the 1979-1980 Dearborn, Michigan conventions. I guess it was card show, and from 79 and 80, I believe. And this is an uncut sheet. You see these cards, I think they were given out at the convention, but this is an uncut sheet, and it's got one of my favorite pictures of Hank. He didn't normally ham it up to the photos too often, and I love that cheesy grin he's got on his face for that photo. So I've never seen an uncut sheet before, Sean. So thank you so much for that. That is really cool. I'll have to get that framed. And the one item I bought from him recently was this here. I love these menus that he signed. I've got 2 or 3 where this one he was caught at the Concord Hotel in Keamisha Lake, New York. I'm probably saying that wrong. I love this. So he was probably eating lunch there or dinner, and somebody came up looking for an autograph, and it's actually dated Saturday, June 4th, 1966. And probably he didn't have anything to write on, and so he took his menu, turned it over, and put to Mark, best wishes, Hank Greenberg. I did buy the couple postcards online they're dated 1967. This would have been the main dining room at the time, so this is probably where he would have signed it and gave it to Mark. And this is a postcard from 67 showing the hotel resort in New York, which obviously is pretty huge. But I love stuff like this. I've now got between postcards and menus at kosher hotels and restaurants, I've got 3 or 4 of these now. So just a really cool item, I think. I love that you can get postcards to kind of paint a picture of what was going on there at the time or where they were at. It's probably one of these tables right here about that time that he got that menu signed. So very cool. And the last thing that Sean sent me is this cool, and I've seen this before, and Sean got it. This is a newspaper for the New York Times. It's dated New York, Monday, September 15th, 1930. And the significance of this New York Times is that here on the sports page, and here we go. It's got box scores, and if I can find it here. Here we go. And the box score from where are we at here? I'm sorry about that. There we go. I'm sorry about that. It's the box score of the Yankees playing Detroit. And if you look right there, you'll see a mention of Greenberg spelled incorrectly with a U. Being 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. And this box score is from the first game he ever played in MLB. He was a pinch hitter. This is 1930. He'd just been signed in 1929. And after that, they would put him into the minor leagues. And he wouldn't be back up again till 1933. But this is really a neat piece as far as it is from his first game ever as a Major League Baseball player. And again, it's really cool. I remember this. I remember when Sean got this. Again, Sean, I can't thank you enough. So generous of you just to give that to me. And he even gave me a little card here from a Ginter product. Michael, these have to be in your collection. Sean, the chosen roster. And I really appreciate this, Sean. It means a lot to me to have stuff from your collection in my collection. And I really appreciate it. I did dig out a few other newspaper articles. I got some of these. I don't know if I've ever showed them. Like this is a Sporting News from March 1930, and they actually had Hank on the front, and it says more like hippo than tiger, referring to Hank's size. And this talks about infielder Henry Greenberg, who just got signed, like I said recently before this, and he actually made it on the cover of a Sporting News for 1930. Now this would have been during spring training, and it is really cool. I love that. I've got some other newspapers in here too. This is one for 1938 when he was going after Babe Ruth's record. This is September 29th. Home run Hank swings into home stretch in race for record. And here's another one from August of 38. Greenberg races time and Ruth mark. He was trying to catch Babe Ruth's 60. He hit 58's what he ended up with that year. Here's a Sporting News with the 1935 World Series preview. I love these old Sporting News. They're really fun when you can find them. Here's one that says 1935 World Champions, Detroit Tigers. This is from October of 35. Well, that's interesting. They used that same photo they used on the 1930 magazine or newspaper. In 1936, now this is off the top of my head just seeing this, Greenberg played first base initially, and he had a new first baseman's mitt because he didn't like the old traditional first baseman mitt, and he brought in this new mitt he had made by the glove company. I'd have to read it again to remember. This is off the top of my head. It cost $20,000 to get this manufactured, is what it says. I'd have to read it again to see the breakdown. But the bottom line was the league wouldn't let him use it. They said it didn't adhere to whatever the rules were on all that. But Hank did want to try to upgrade the equipment they were using. And let's see here. This one is more about the, let's see. Oh, this is really cool. This is a part of Barney Peltier newspaper. This is from St. Louis Daily from 1904. It's actually got a picture here of Barney Peltier. It's talking about men the Browns are dependent on for success for 1904. This is really fragile. This is kind of falling apart, but it does have a nice picture of all their starting pictures. And there's Barney right there. Very cool. And here's one from 1941 when Hank went into service. They're saying Greenberg's a rookie again. Love it. And there's some more in here. There's one. That's a big one. And here's one Hank cheered on way to induction center. Again, this is 1941. And references to the war too. And here's some more. All kinds of cool stuff. Just wanted to show you that too. But the main thing I want to do is thank Sean for all the wonderful items he sent me. Just really cool stuff. Sean, again, I really appreciate it, buddy, and I wish you all the best with your marriage coming up. And thank you again. I can't thank you enough, as usual, for all those. And then these are the last few things I'm going to show up. I almost forgot about these. These are little things I've been picking up. This is historic autographs when they did the war. Now, that's a relic, but it's not from Hank's actual uniform. That's just that's a World War II uniform relic that they took a regular uniform and cut up. Thing is, this is the pink or magenta back. These are, I think Sean told me one time they were limited to 19 or 18 or something like that. So I finally got the pink one for that. Hank's actually in the new Panini Select baseball. He's in the diamond level cards, number 45. This is number 2 out of 3. I'm not sure what kind of refractor that is. It's really cool. It's unlicensed, but Hank has so little come out anymore in regular sets that I thought I'd try to collect them if I can find them all. I did get the 10 recently, and I think I'm working on getting the 25 right now. They got a zillion of them, it seems like. And I did find this from 2017. This is a tough one. I'll probably crack it out of the slab. This is the Allen and Ginter from Johnny Bench. This is the metal card. It looked like the guy that was selling these, he got either it was him or somebody else consigned. They had a bunch of the 2017 mini metal cards. And these are hand numbered 2 out of to 3. This is 2 out of 3. And I've got 1 or 2 other ones. I just go through 2018, but I did need the 17 one. And it's a beauty. I don't know why anybody would get these slabbed. And I guess maybe they did a registry of some sort. But that'll be coming out in all likelihood. But I was very happy to get that. It's been a while since I've added a really nice piece to the Johnny collection. And into my little Civil War PC I got going, I did find an upgrade for my Allen and Ginter Great Generals for Longstreet. Andrew was so kind to send me one, which I got slabbed up, and I've showed on an earlier video. And I've been wanting to get one that's a higher grade, and I did. This is a 4. The back on it is beautiful. Again, this is Allen and Ginter from 1888. Allen and Ginter Great Generals. N15, and this is James Longstreet. Essentially a second in command behind Lee in the Army of Northern Virginia. But I've been looking for a higher grade of this one after Andrew's generous card for for at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years now. This one doesn't come up very often. So very happy to get that. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you're all doing well. I hope your fantasy team's doing a little better than mine right now, but I'm still working on it. And hopefully we'll talk again soon, Lord willing. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.